You unlock your phone, tap an icon, scan, and you're done. Modern mobile payment systems like UPI, the Unified Payments Interface that connects bank accounts directly to mobile applications, move money instantly with almost zero physical effort. Software engineers spent millions of hours designing these apps to solve for a single variable: friction. They pruned away every tap and millisecond of delay to make spending feel as natural as breathing. In the world of cybersecurity, friction serves a vital purpose. Those built-in delays, those extra security steps, and those clunky confirmation screens are exactly what gives security protocols time to run and give your brain time to evaluate a threat. When you strip all of that friction away, you create a vacuum. Transactions execute in milliseconds, moving cash from one account to another far faster than human cognition can process a mistake. By building the ultimate user experience, developers constructed an environment where human reflex replaces conscious thought, leaving a gap for cybercriminals to exploit. To understand how this trap works, we have to look closely at the physical anchor of modern payments, the QR code. As this diagram shows, a QR code represents a specific executable string of text. Your phone's camera reads those black and white patterns as a precise line of code that commands your banking application. When your payment app reads that text string, it treats it as a direct command. The command can do one of two things: tell your bank to push funds out to someone else, or request to pull funds in. The human eye cannot decode this visual static. When you look at the black and white squares, you cannot see whether the code is programmed to push your money or pull it. That means every time you scan a QR code, you are executing blind, unverified code directly on your personal bank account. This brings us to a common digital marketplace scam. You list an old couch for sale online, and a buyer messages you immediately, eager to pay full price up front. The buyer claims they are using a merchant account or a special business app and instructs you that you need to scan a QR code they send in order to receive their payment. This data packet shows the malicious payload, a collect request. This specific command routes from the scammer's device to yours, instructing your app to prepare an outgoing transfer. When your app scans the scammer's code, it generates a confirmation screen. The interface technically does its job, displaying small text that indicates a withdrawal is about to happen. But your brain is already primed. You are expecting an influx of cash. That intense psychological expectation acts as a blinder, overriding the actual text presented on the screen. Believing it's just the final verification step to accept the incoming funds, you reflexively type in your UPI PIN, or personal identification number. The moment you hit enter, your account executes the command. The funds are instantly pushed out to the scammer, and because real-time payments are irreversible, the money is gone. The software performed the exact command it was given. The scammer simply weaponized a human psychological blind spot to authorize a theft. This specific exploit highlights a much broader challenge in the architecture of mobile banking. Software developers cannot patch this vulnerability out of existence. For a banking system to function, users must ultimately have the authority to approve transactions on their own accounts. This typographic breakdown establishes the absolute, unbreakable architectural rule for these systems. Entering your PIN will only ever deduct money from your account. You never need a PIN to receive funds. As digital payment interfaces continue to fade into the background, operating faster and more smoothly every year, technical firewalls matter less. Your conscious, cognitive pause becomes the only remaining line of defense. Surviving this era of frictionless finance requires a deliberate behavioral shift. You have to actively reintroduce friction, taking a second to read and hesitate before giving your device permission to act.